What's going on, YouTube? I got a new knife this week. It is called the Kershaw Shuffle. I'm going to do a review for you guys, not the typical specifications and cutting quality and all that, but rather than tell you what you already know and what you can find online, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel about it as a kind of amateur knife guy. So here we go, let's jump in and hope you guys learn something from this video and enjoy. So I'm going to go ahead and call this the familiar objects comparison because, as you can see, this knife is a lot smaller than it looks in pictures, or that's what I thought anyways. The pictures make it look very, very bulky and round, whereas in real life it is pretty slim, really narrow and easy to pocket. Quite honestly, it's actually one of the smallest things that I put in my pocket. So as you can see, it pretty much comes to the size of my 4 fingers, and it's not quite as wide as my palm is. And I have pretty big hands, so this is a pretty small knife, and even with the blade open, it is pretty small. A lot smaller than I thought, and actually in a good way. I got it because I thought it was going to be small, but I really wasn't expecting it to be so light and portable, because in my pocket I forget it's there, as cliche as it sounds. Comparing it next to this Maglite 1 AAA battery inside of here, it is really about the same size and everything. This is a little bit lighter, but that's not to be figured with this knife. I don't know what I was saying there, but anyways, this knife is very light. Feels really nice in the hand too. The scales on it, it's called some sort of like Kershaw gripper, I don't know, but it feels almost like really high-end plastic, and it's really light. It feels nice in the hand. Other than that, I don't really have any other remarks about the size. Let's go ahead and compare it to the rest of the objects here. So this is my Leatherman Wave, and it's also pretty small, but it weighs a lot and it's quite bulky. You can see how wide it is. Next to this, it is very narrow, about half as narrow as this knife or multi-tool, and honestly it's about as tall or wide. I don't know really what you would say there. Yeah, the width is about the same, but I would really not like to carry this in my pocket all day, which I don't. I carry this in my pocket daily because I've lost all of my knives, so I am pretty much back to square one with this one. Next to a pen, obviously a lot taller and a lot lighter, but I'm just doing this so you guys could see the comparison. This is a really small 1 AA battery powered LED flashlight, about the same size. And next to my wallet, obviously a lot smaller. Like I said, I know this might sound kind of obvious, but it's good to see this knife next to items that are a size that you might have, or something similar that you might have. Opening up this Leatherman, this knife is a lot smaller. Sorry for the focus being out, but I can't focus with 2 hands out of the frame. Now moving on to the multi-tool aspect of this, you can see that there is a flathead driver on the tip, and it does work with certain screws. I would say that it twists pretty nicely. It has a nice center of a center access to screw on like this. I wouldn't really use this on any Phillips heads unless they were flat heads with just a cross on them. I really got use out of it with receptacle covers, which are light switch covers, because the screws on them are just one single line, and this happens to fit really nicely into them. I guess you could use it on different stuff, but let's go ahead and show you the receptacle covers and maybe some other tests. The bottle opener, the lifter, it works just as it should. It's probably better than most, and for this small of a knife, you really can't beat it because you get 3 or 4 different tool selections with a knife that costs around like 12 bucks on Amazon. There is another knife by Leatherman called the it escapes me, but I'll go ahead and show you a picture, and it's a knife that's kind of a multi-tool, and it doesn't offer any crazy features to it either, but similar features to this one, and it's like way more money and way bigger, so I go with this one if you're thinking about getting that Leatherman knife. I think it's called the Crave or something. Crater, I think it's the Crater knife. But let's go ahead and do some tests with it, and I'll show you what it could do. I'm also going to show you this knife in my pocket so you can see what it looks like in a pocket with this deep carry clip, which is nice, and it's removable, and you can put it on this side or this side, whichever one you want. So I tried to rip open this bag right here, and it was kind of hard. Let's see how it cuts this thing. Super easy, like butter. I mean, I hardly put any pressure on it. Any pressure, just straight through. And I mean, we all know that Kershaw blades are pretty good, so I'm not really doing a review of that. I'm just showing you which screws are probably best to use with this and which ones aren't the best to use with a screwdriver. Now go ahead and make sure that the knife blade is closed when you do this kind of stuff. Obvious, but some people might not think it is. Okay, so this is the best kind of screw head to use with this kind of flathead prior. It's pretty much just a really wide flathead. Kind of hard to tell here because my camera doesn't want to focus. There we go, you can see it there. But this just goes in perfectly into that kind of thing and twists really well. But on the contrary, you really don't want to use something like this, a really closed Phillips head, because it's not going to work very well. I mean, you can kind of get the corner in, which I guess that's why they designed it to have a corner like that, and it will do the job, but pretty tricky. You're gonna probably end up tripping the screw. I wouldn't really use this on many jobs anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. I find myself getting into receptacle covers a lot though, and this thing does really well with it. My overall impression of this knife is really great. I mean, it's budget friendly. It's like 12 bucks or so on Amazon. You get it from Kershaw and pay a little bit more, but really Amazon's the place to be. It is really small and easy to pocket. Technically it's a multi-tool, and I would go ahead and agree with the title because it's got the screwdriver and pry bar on the back, bottle opener, and the blade. You could do some other stuff with it if you're intuitive and have an engineer's mind. Then you could figure out what else you could get out of it for how small it is. It's really pocketable, and you don't even notice it because of the deep pocket clip. And for the price, I mean, it's really great. There's so many options with it, and compared to many other multi-tool pocket knives like this, you just can't beat it. It's probably the perfect size. It fits in my hand perfectly. It fits in my pocket even better. So If my review helped you out or any of my videos help you out, please go ahead and leave me some feedback and let me know your thoughts. I really appreciate all the viewers out there that are watching my videos. It makes me really happy that my content's getting out there. Continue to watch for more videos, and if you watch this video within a week of its release date, I'm doing a giveaway, so go ahead and check out my homepage for the giveaway and see if you want any camera gear. Again, thanks for watching, and tune in next time for other videos that are interesting, I guess. Thanks again.